15
Same
fights.
as you. Just think about it. At 26 years old, you'll find a 37-year-old, yeah? Dennis Hogan, who's coming off 2 losses. At 26, I was fighting Cal Brooks for the WBA interim world title.
You're 29, you're fighting 46-year-old Mundine.
Because you didn't check your phone. How many missed calls did you have from us?
Good morning and welcome to the official announcement of Australian boxing's biggest grudge match. Ben Damon is my name from Main Event Television, and it is an absolute pleasure to this morning announce that on July the 7th, live at the Newcastle Entertainment Centre and on Main Event Television, Tszyu will take on Michael Zerafa. This has been a fight that has been years in the making, and now we see the undefeated star of Australian boxing take on his arch nemesis in the former Commonwealth champion, Michael Pretty Boy Zerafa. Now, this event will be brought to you by No Limit Boxing Promotions. It'll be at the Newcastle Entertainment Centre, as I mentioned, and tickets do go on sale to those via a pre-sale of No Limit customers tomorrow, and then on Monday via Ticketek as well. Of course, you can watch all the action on Main Event if you cannot get to Newcastle. This event is being brought to you by No Limit Boxing Promotions, and the promoter is George Rose, who joins me up here at the front before we have a chat to the managers and then, of course, the fighters. George, we were always going to get to this fight at some point. Finally, we are here, and it's very exciting.
It is very exciting. I'm super stoked for this fight. As you said, we didn't know when it was going to happen. It was always going to happen, though. This is a fight where 2 of the best boxers in Australia are coming together. And, you know, Tim's a superstar of Australian boxing. He's at the top of the tree, and Michael Zerafa wants to be at the top of the tree. So it's a really good matchup. Michael Zerafa is a world-rated fighter. Tim is ready for the world stage as well. So I can't wait for this one. I think there's going to be fireworks, and, you know, I'm glad that we are getting it on in July. So it'll be a great fight.
You explored a few international options, but is there a part of you that's pleased that we're getting this one done, 2 domestic fighters in this massive fight?
Oh, definitely. I love having the fights here in Australia, and as you can see, we put on great events here in Australia. Newcastle Entertainment Centre, last time we were up there, Tim put on an absolute world-class performance, and the crowd loved it. The crowd was packed to the roof in Newcastle Entertainment Centre, and they really turned up, and they're going to have to turn up pretty quick this fight too, to make sure that they secure their tickets and be there for what's going to be an absolute cracker of a fight.
Yeah, it was a special atmosphere there in Newcastle last time around. One of the best atmospheres we've seen in Australian boxing. They're going to have to get in quickly because it did sell out pretty fast last time. What are the ticket details?
They did. It sold out in nearly 8 days last time. So get in there quick, make sure you get your tickets, and you know, be there for it, because like I said, we put on good shows. This is the type of shows that you want to be a part of, and with 2 of the best boxers in Australia, I guarantee that it's going to be a fantastic fight. And it's not only that, we'll have a great undercard for you as well, as we do at No Limit Boxing. We always put on the good shows.
That is correct. You would have seen a few of the comments going back and forth already. It promises to be a spicy build-up. Anything that stood out for you?
Look, I think it does. I know Tim had this fight on his list a long time ago. He would have loved to have this fight a long time ago, and I know since Tim's climbed to the top of the tree here in Australian boxing, Michael Zerafa's wanted a piece of Tim, and the talk has been massive. I think over the last few fights of Tim's, everybody wants a piece of him, because you fight Tszyu, you're on a big show, everybody's watching, you're in a great atmosphere. It's where you want to be. If you're an Australian boxer, if you can fight Tszyu, that's where you want to be. If you want to be known, you've got to fight Tszyu.
That is George Rose from No Limit Boxing Promotions. I'll go to the manager of Michael Zerafa now, Brendan Burke, who joins us up here at the front. Brendan, was there any time that you doubted this fight would ever happen?
Yeah, Ben, all the time. Yeah, we've been chasing this fight for so long. We've had it signed, and Tim's pulled out. We honestly didn't think it was going to happen at any stage. So we're absolutely stoked, and we can't wait for this. Michael's up for it, and he's going to win this fight.
You seem very confident, your camp. Is it that first victory against Jeff Horn that fills you with that sort of confidence? Do you think you're being underrated again in this fight?
Oh, look, I don't know how we can be underrated. Michael's proved it all. He's fought great fighters. He's fought overseas against top guys. Beat Jeff Horn. Very controversial in the second fight. He was on his way to stopping him again. This style is perfect for Michael. What Tim's going to bring is perfect for Michael, and Michael's a much harder puncher than Tim's faced before.
What have you made of the journey of Tszyu so far?
Look, I got to take my hat off to the promoters, Matt and George. They've done a good job with him. and Glenn, the manager, to steer him well, and they're lucky they didn't run into us earlier.
What happens after this fight, do you think, in the career trajectories of these two fighters?
Well, the winner's going to be moving forward, obviously. Yeah, anything's possible. World title fights, anything.
So how does it end, do you think, Brendan?
I think Zerafa is going to stop him very early.
There we go. Big words from Brendan Burke, the manager of Michael Zerafa. We go to the manager now of Glenn Jennings. Any response? He's going to stop him early, apparently, Glenn.
Oh, look, I should reiterate from last time when we had the press conference for Dennis Hogan, we've heard it all before. It's pretty much the same broken record. Everybody comes up onto this stage and everybody says the same thing, that they're going to stop Tim. He's not at their level. He hasn't fought the international opponents. And consistently, Tim beats them. So I guess until somebody beats Tim, that we'll reserve our judgment on that.
What are your thoughts on the back and forth in terms of a contract being signed? Apparently at some point for Tim to face Michael, there's been a lot of talk about this fight. It was mentioned as part of your initial plan. How do you look back on what's transpired between the two teams?
Oh, look, it's boxing. Things happen. Guys sign contracts for other fights. We've also tried to get Michael and had that rejected to go on to another fight. But look, at the end of the day, it's here. So in some respects, that part of it's said and done. It'll be two good fighters in the ring alone to square up. We've listened to all of it over the last 2 years, and that's okay. You know, we have no issue with that. We've basically just sat and listened and got on with taking care of business. Tim stayed very busy, sell-out stadium shows, sell-out No Limit show in Newcastle. So it's not like we've been sitting around with nothing to do. Timmy's been very busy. So we look forward to this fight. We know it's going to be an exciting fight, and can't wait for Wednesday the 7th back in Newcastle.
Back in Newcastle, your hometown of Newcastle, that must be extremely exciting for you, the fact that we're going back again with Tim.
I think on the back of that last event, that's awfully hard to top. They're still talking about that fight and that fight night. So yeah, this is a wonderful opportunity to go back and thank the people of Newcastle. They embraced Tim as they did with Tim's father for 7 fights. So we continue on that little bit of history and legacy in Newcastle, and it's a wonderful thing. And I know Tim personally really enjoyed his time in Newcastle, and he's going to enjoy his time again in Newcastle, and we expect the same result.
Did it surprise you that they were chanting Newcastle through the early rounds of the fight with Dennis Hogan?
It did. We put the Newcastle thing out for a bit of fun, and it just took off. And that's typical of Newcastle. They just love a good fight, a good challenge. Newcastle's a fighting town, always has been, and they came out in droves. And look, the word is that if you don't get your tickets in the first couple of days, you're going to be watching this at home. So it's pretty exciting already. The vibe on this fight is exciting, and to the credit of both Michael and Tim, that they've got that the interest is there for this one, and I think it's going to be a cracker.
What do you think happens in this fight, Glenn?
Oh, look, I always like to say that we're not big on predictions, but to date, nobody's been able to handle Tim. I don't see that changing on the 7th.
And what happens after this fight if you are correct and he wins?
We have, as you know, Ben, worked very hard with George and Matt on the international scene, and it's very difficult. It's fraught with problems. It's a constant battle to try and get any professional athlete to commit to being incarcerated for 2 weeks here in Australia. And that seems to be the stumbling point that we have. So it will come down to whether or not somebody is prepared to take the money and come international to Australia, or depending on how the COVID situation is, whether we choose to travel. Right now, we're quite happy and we've done very well staying in Australia and bringing the big fights home. Timmy's still keen to do that. He's 26 years old. It's not a race. We're in no hurry. But we look forward to the next fight, having no one left in Australia to dispose of, being an international.
That is Glenn Jennings, the manager of Tszyu, and now we move on to the fighters. And as I mentioned, this fight will take place on a Wednesday night, July the 7th, Newcastle Entertainment Centre, live on Main Event as well. It'll take place between the undefeated Tszyu and the former Commonwealth champion in Michael Pretty Boy Zerafa. I'll talk to Michael. Firstly, welcome to Sydney, and we can't wait to see you in Newcastle as well. Do you feel you've talked your way into this fight? It's been a long time coming, and you've been adamant that you've wanted it, but you've had to work hard for it.
100%. And thanks to No Limit Promotions to giving us the opportunity. But the talk stops. Everyone's expecting fireworks from me, and talking it up. But like I said, the contracts are done. July 7th, it all changes.
So no talk from you today, despite the fact that you've been called a YouTube boxer by Tim in the papers today?
He can call me whatever he wants. When I was fighting world-class opponents, he was drinking warm milk before bed, so it doesn't matter to me, you know what I mean? Like I said, it's business, you know what I mean? And I've wanted to get my hands on Tim for a while. It's personal. And like I said, July 7th, my life, my team's life changes. He hasn't fought anybody like me. And, credit to him, he's doing well, and I can't take nothing away from him. He's an athlete wanting to get to the top just like me. And he's disposed of all his opponents, in fashion. But I'm a different fighter, and I've gone the distance with guys like Cal Brooks. I've knocked out Jeff Horn. I've done the things he's done, but yet he hasn't shown yet that he's done what I can do.
Why do you think it's taken so long for this fight to be made? You're a part of the original plan for Tszyu, and it didn't happen at that point. Why do you think it has taken until now?
Look, I know that fear is probably not the best word, but they know I can upset their little tea party. I'm world class. I've fought everybody in Australia. I've done what he's done. The guys he's fought, I've beaten, and I'm a huge risk to him. And like I said, July 7, it's going to be fireworks.
We've seen some vision on the big screen today of your crowning moment, beating Jeff Horn in that massive upset in Bendigo. How much confidence does that victory give you going into this fight?
Look, I'm not going off any fight. I think I've grown a lot more since that fight, mentally, physically. I'm adapting to new things and taking the body to new limits. And I'm excited. Like I said, we're both at the top of the game, and he's doing great. I'm doing great. And like I said, may the better man win. But I just want to thank, obviously, his team for giving us the opportunity, and just know that we're coming to upset the tea party.
He said that this time around it is personal between you two. Do you feel the same, that some of the words have struck home?
100%. It's been back and forth for years. He wanted me when I beat Jeff Horn, and I said, call my management. And it never happened, so now the time's come, and it is what it is. Let's just put it to rest, and may the better man win. But I'm training super hard, and like I said, this is a world title fight to me.
Do you think that Tim deserves to be in the spot that he is in Australian boxing and world boxing at the moment?
Look, he's had help with that last name. I've always said that. But in saying that, he has risen, and he's beaten the guys in front of him. So again, I'm not going to sit here and say that he doesn't deserve to be where he's at, because he's proven himself. But there's levels to this sport, and he's beaten the fighters that are at that level. But there's one more level, and that's at my level. And July 7, it's showtime.
Just looking at some of the other comments from the paper today, he said that you're a wannabe Conor McGregor. How do you respond?
Oh, mate, he'll find out July 7th. Conor McGregor. That's the best thing I've ever heard.
That's your response? Best thing I've ever heard?
Yeah. I'm going to keep it nice and calm today. I don't want to go over the top, but like I said, July 7th, the talk stops, and we'll talk with our hands this fight.
Okay, thank you very much. That is Michael Zerafa, disputing the claim he's a YouTube boxer. Tszyu, welcome. We're back here to do it all again. Did you feel this fight was a part of your destiny? It was inevitably going to happen at some point?
Yeah, well, we've got the two biggest names here in Australia right now in the division. We're fighting for that crown to be considered the best here in Australia. So, look, it's a big fight, a fight that I've been interested in for a long time. Me personally, I've never rejected a fight. And I've always been aware of Michael and his abilities, and I've been watching him closely. So, look, I'm perfectly ready for this fight, and this is the best time of my career to put it on.
When you think of Michael Zerafa, what fight do you think of in particular? Was it that victory in the first bout against Jeff Horn or something else?
Say it again, what about it?
Which fight of Michael Zerafa's do you think of when you look back on what he's done as a boxer?
Yeah, probably the Jeff Horn. it was a close fight at the start, but Jeff Horn faded and Michael took advantage of it, and it was a great career stoppage for himself. Yeah, so I'd say it's probably his biggest victory.
What about his most recent victory against Anthony Mundine? What are your thoughts on that?
Look, everyone knows Mundine's too old, and it was at the end of his game. There's no comment to be said about anything else.
You've said that this fight is personal. Why is that?
It's just been a long build-up to it, and the fact that there's been a lot of things said that I don't take personally, and I don't like, and we're in the ring and we're going to be punching each other in the face, so that's all that matters.
Which are the bits that you've taken personally, Tim?
Oh, look, I can't recall everything he said. He said a lot of things. Just go on Google and type in Tszyu, it's Michael Zerafa.
Do you know what bits he might be referring to?
I have no idea. He's a little bit soft, so can't recall on everything.
I'll show him soft.
Why is he soft?
Mate, he's taking everything personal. If you had us on the fight,
Well, didn't you just say
years
you're
ago,
taking it personal as well?
we would have had this fight years ago. But you do recall you didn't reject the fight. We got messages and videos of you sending us that you lost a knuckle. You sent us your grandfather's hand, a photo of your grandfather's hand.
Lost a knuckle.
That was what you said, mate. You said we
Oh,
can't
right.
fight because you needed surgery on your hand. You sent us the photos of Boris. That's
Where are you getting that from?
you know what I mean. We got all the photos
Show
of
me
everything.
facts. It was my hand, actually.
Yeah, okay.
Where are you
Oh,
getting that
well, like I said, we wanted this fight. We wanted this fight. I was in a 4-5 plan that you made up. Remember that? You fought 3 out of the 4.
And then you lost to Horn.
I lost the Horn.
Yeah, you in the 4-fight
I
plan.
got robbed against Horn.
And then you lost to
I got
Horn.
robbed against
so
Horn.
I fought the winner of both of you. So
Okay.
I can only take out who's in front of me. And
Like I said, July
at that
7th.
time,
July
Horn won.
7th. Keep the talk.
Right.
Like I said, I'm saving the talk for July 7th.
I'm not going to fight the loser.
You're fighting Venezuelan taxi drivers, mate.
Who?
You're fighting Venezuelan taxi drivers.
Australian taxi drivers.
Venezuelan taxi driver. Before you fought anybody big,
He said you're fighting Venezuelan taxi drivers.
Name one.
I don't even know their names, mate.
You will name one.
I can name a whole bunch of people that I've fought. I bet you know who they are.
Who?
You know who Cal Brooks is? You know who Jeff Horn is?
Yeah, look, I respect that you fought him, but at the end of the day, you lost.
You go 12 rounds with Cal Brooks. Go
I'll-
do the. I've proven.
I'll-
I've proven
I'll
I can
beat
do.
Cal
I've
Brook.
proven. I've proven that I can do the things you've done. I knocked out Jeff Horn too.
I'll beat Kilbrook.
Okay. Yeah, you think you can.
Look, it's not an achievement by
You think
going
you can.
to distance.
You think you can.
It's an achievement.
You've never
if you
fought
win.
on that. You never fought
If
outside
you're-
your backyard.
If you're content
You've
with-
never fought
with-
outside your backyard.
Yeah, because of
You
the
got
whole-
beaten by
because
Wade Ryan. You got beaten by Wade Ryan. They gave you the
I beat
decision.
it by Wade Ryan.
They gave you the decision because
Nah, man, what are you
your
talking
team,
about?
your
It was-
teammate.
You got
Your
dropped
team.
by Wade
You
Ryan.
got dropped by Wade Ryan.
Yeah, I know I got dropped. I'm not denying that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got beaten by. I'm a different
I didn't
beast.
get beaten.
I'm a different
I
beast to
won.
Wade Ryan, mate. I'm a different beast to Wade Ryan. You'll find out July
I fought
7th.
Wade Ryan 10 months into my career.
That's fine.
You
No
fought
comment.
Wade
Like I
Ryan
said, no,
7
I fought
years
him.
into your career.
I fought him a year after you.
A year after you were 7 years into your professional career.
I only had 15 fights.
15
Same
fights.
as you. Just think about it. At 26 years old, you're fighting a 37-year-old, yeah? Dennis Hogan, who's coming off 2 losses. At 26, I was fighting Cal Brooks for
You're
the WA interim
29.
world title.
You're 29. You're fighting 46-year-old Mundine.
Because you didn't check your phone. How many missed calls did you have from us?
Missed calls.
How many missed calls did you have from us?
I haven't got one.
We had to fight Mundine because we wanted to fight you. You didn't want it.
I was fighting Dennis Hogan.
Tell the people the
The
truth.
guy who just lost to
Tell the
Charlo.
people the truth. We've been
What?
you had that many missed calls from us. You didn't want the fight.
Missed calls. I haven't got
Oh,
one.
we got international opponents. We got this and that. No, we got people in our team that are
this is all
PBC.
noise.
You never
It's
had
just
anything.
a big-
You never
big
had any
mouth that
fights.
just blubbers
You're
on.
sitting there saying that you had
That's all it
Charlo,
is.
you had Castano, you had Tszyu. You had none of that.
I thought you weren't going to talk it up today.
I know. You just
He can't help himself.
You know what it is?
Once
I
the
respect
mouth
him.
starts
I respect
going.
him. I respect his team. But talk the truth. Don't lie.
I'm not lying, man.
you know what I mean?
This is
Don't
the truth.
lie.
This is facts.
Tim, you made a comment that he's a YouTube fighter. Where does that come
Oh,
from?
it's the whole part of the circus of calling out different fighters. I heard he was calling out some AFL fighter, and then
Again,
Paul Gallen.
doesn't know his facts. Again, doesn't know his facts. That was a charity belt. You know?
Charity.
That was for charity.
Okay,
So you want to bag a charity about? Go. It was live on Fox Sports.
No, that's the whole YouTube fighting about this
Do you know
whole
what I mean? That's
circus.
to give
all
back.
it is.
That's to give
I
back.
I would never go
Do you know what I mean? I didn't have my dad, to get me where I'm at. You know what I mean? I built my name with my own bare hands. You know what I'm saying?
I've beaten everyone in front of me. I've beaten former world champions.
Just stop.
Your
Even in your
biggest
name,
victory-
TT2, you're still second best even in your
Your
fight name.
biggest victory
Just take it easy,
is
mate.
the same victory that I did, and I did it with ease.
Yeah, all right, sweet. If
Without a mark on my
if your
face.
name was Tim Smith, no one would care, mate. Trust me.
Well, I'm Tszyu.
Exactly.
Yeah.
TT2, you're second best even in that.
Nah, it's the second generation.
All right, mate. Just
in
sit
the
back
blood.
and enjoy yourself.
Tim, you said that you were going to take Dennis Hogan's soul, and then you did something very close to that. What is the plan against Michael Zerafa?
Look, box him and fight him, and we'll see. Look, we started working on a plan a long time ago with my coach Eagle, looking at everything he does, how he moves, what punches he throws, learning him like a book, inside and out. And I understand what it takes to beat him.
A message to the people of Newcastle, with tickets going on sale tomorrow on the pre-sale and then on Monday. I guess they need to be in there early. For those who weren't in the venue, what did it feel like for you on that night?
Sorry, say it again?
What did it feel like in that venue for you in Newcastle in particular?
The atmosphere is unreal. The Newcastle fans are definitely one of the craziest. They say the Irish are the craziest, but look, they haven't been to a Newcastle event, and I'm telling you, this is going to be big, and I'm very glad to have the Newcastle fans behind me and all of Australia.
What happens in this fight, Tim?
Boxing school. Boxing lesson. As I said, look, he is different levels to my opponents, but the fact is that I have risen up every time I've stepped in with anyone in caliber. I respect Michael as a fighter. He's got good tools. He's got good skills. But I've fought many fighters, sparred many fighters like that before. Not fought, but I've sparred many fighters like that before. Styles make fights. I know the tools for victory, and again, I'm not here to tip tap. I'm here for the stoppage.
Any final words, Michael Zerafa, before we wrap up?
Not at all. Just again, thanks to No Limit Boxing for giving us the opportunity. Tim and his team, and like I said, may the better man win. Tim's, like I said, he's proven himself. He's got good ability. He's doing great in his career. But the crossroads here, and July 7th, I'm here to make statements and put an end to that journey.
Thank you very much, Michael Zerafa. Tszyu, final words for you?
Look, I'm here to train hard, to fight hard. I'm a true professional athlete. So is Michael. We're going to give the fans the best show, and I'm telling you, I'll be 120% ready for this fight.
So a reminder, it is Wednesday, the 7th of July, the Newcastle Entertainment Centre. You can see it, of course, on Main Events, or you can buy your tickets via Ticketek. We'll get our two fighters now to face off here behind the podium. It's a fight we've been waiting a long time for, ladies and gentlemen. It's Tszyu and Michael Zerafa. You will see it on the 7th of July, Wednesday night. Get your tickets at Ticketek to go to Newcastle, or head to Main Event to watch the fight. Thanks so much for joining us at the official press conference. I'm Ben Damon. I'll see you at the fights.